on his professional test setting before he just talks for 10 minutes until someone calls and says that's a message.
Okay, morning guys. Alright, let's get started here. The headline yesterday, US stocks joined global markets in trading lower after EU leaders announced a $10 billion bailout plan that would involve a levy on bank depositors. So I mean, as we saw, it was a little bit of a non-event. S&P was down a little bit, but shook most of the losses off. And Europe was, Asia was up this morning, so they're not taking too much, not reading too much into that. Financials led the decline globally, but given the complacent retreat, trade action suggests that the global damage will be minimal. Okay, so there it is. Asian markets shook off the Cyprian blues as investors bet that the plan to tax bank accounts to fund the bailout won't be replicated elsewhere. And then copper rebounded off yesterday's lows, but the metal has since given back earlier gains. Gold is holding steady above 1600 ahead of the FOMC two-day policy conference. I think Bernanke will speak tomorrow after our close. So we're not actually sure why metals and metal stocks sold off in Australia sort of in the last couple of hours. As we saw them bounce right off the low, off yesterday's lows. But for some reason they've come off. In the end, we'll have a look at and Billies and Anglos and those stocks in our market in the open here to see if they have any follow through to the downside. And then Remgro, I think apparently historically they come out with results around 5 o'clock after our close. But from the trading statement that came out a little while ago, headline earnings per share up 16 to 20%. And if you include the Mediclinic refinancing cost, they will actually be down 33 to 37%. So that's something we'll watch for. Just in case it does come out during the day, but I think it's only going to be posted sort of after our close. There's an iron ore conference happening in Perth at the moment. Just the one headline that came out of there was that Tony Ottaviano said in conference in Perth that BHP may be able to ship more than 240 metric tons of iron ore from Port Hedland Inner Harbour. Outer Harbour remains on the back seat for now. Not sure if that had anything to do with Billiton selling off, but I don't think that's a major headline. And then today we've Italian industrial production at 11:30 is UK PPI, 11:30 UK CPI, German ZOO survey economic sentiment at 12, and housing starts at 2:30. Just a comment on closeout tomorrow. Apparently there's still big open interest at the moment, 75,000. There's a wide spread between March and June, which indicates that there could be quite a lot of buying tomorrow. And with that much open interest, if it doesn't come down drastically today, we could be in for a good day tomorrow, or a big auction anyway. All right, let's have a look at a few charts. Okay, let's start with the Aussie. As we saw, Aussie traded pretty much the whole day yesterday below 36,000. It briefly got above 36,000 yesterday, closed just below it. I think right now it's opened. It's open 35,980, so it's still sitting just below 36,000. I think that remains a crucial level psychologically. If we can't get above that today, then I definitely prefer the short side until it does get through there. As we said yesterday, sort of points we're looking out for 35,500, 35,000 on the downside. And then obviously if it manages to regain 36,000, then we're looking at previous highs around 36.5. All right, let's have a quick look at Kumba. Kumba's had obviously, as we all know, a major sell-off recently. We're rarely getting to oversold territories. If we have a look here, sort of a good indication for me is how far it's trading from its 20-day moving average. At the moment, it's around about 10% below that moving average, which indicates a major oversold level. Obviously, it's dangerous just to pick up stock without a bit of a reversal candle. So look for a bit of if we get a strong move above 510, towards sort of 515, and it closes sort of towards the high of the day, that could be a good indication to start nibbling. But yeah, I would expect a little bit of a snapback rally if we just get a little bit of market strength. Next one, MTN. So MTN, it broke below this 172 level that we've been watching so closely. It actually traded well into the close yesterday. It closed right on 172. I'll be, tomorrow, I think Wednesday, they pay a R5 dividend. Not sure if that's going to bring any buying interest in it today. Hopefully we get a little bit of a bounce out of it today. If not, we go back. We can look at there's a bit of support here, the 163, 164 level, and a little further back, around this 150 level. But it's still one. I mean, if we have a look at the a weekly chart, it broke out from a massive symmetrical triangle over here, and which indicates sort of a target into the 200. So I think the strategy here has got to be looking to buy decent pullbacks, and if it is trading in a range like it has been for quite a while, play that range. But I'm definitely biased to the upside in the long term. All right, let's have a look at Truworths. Truworths is coming in on major support, both on the major trend line and on horizontal support at around the 88 level. I think we want to anybody that trades Truworths or is holding this in CFDs I think you want to see how it reacts with this 88 level. If we get a nice bounce off this 88 level, I think it would be a good buying opportunity. If it breaks down, I'd be very cautious and perhaps go short, for a move down into the low 80s, around 80 maybe, would be our target on the short side. If we have a quick look at ABSA, one we looked at yesterday, it couldn't regain that 160 level yesterday. It didn't trade badly. I think it ended at close sort of, where did it close? Around 150. 158.50, well off its lows. I think if you did short this at the 160 level, we're looking at around about 148 is the target. If we get a bit of a quick spike down around to 155 again, it might be worth taking short-term profits. The other banks have traded quite well, FirstRand, RMH, and so I'm a little bit cautious, but as long as it stays below 160, I think it's a short. Exaro, one of the Richie pointed this out to me this morning. It's had a lot of support around this 164 level. Somebody picking it up there. He did mention to me this morning that I don't know if there was renewed strikes there. I haven't been able to get any further news on it, but yeah. So 164. If it breaks 164, there could be a quick move to the downside. Also, with metals under pressure in Asia, it'll be interesting to see how it trades around that level. This one, our new quant superstar, Jacques, sent us yesterday. RMH over Discovery. Okay, let's go to 2-year chart. Okay, so here you can see. I mean, I think if you put a chart, pretty much any stock over Discovery, you're going to get a similar chart in the way that Discovery's pretty much outperformed everything recently. But what's interesting is we've had 3 green candles over the last 3 trading days, which meaning RMH is outperforming Discovery. We also got RMH paying a 55 cent, 66 cent dividend tomorrow, as well as FirstRand, and so that could make it an interesting play just for closeout. But I like the way that it's reversing off these oversold levels. And then one more, I'm just going to show a chart in London. African Gateway traders and clients all have the ability to trade CFDs through Cantor Fitzgerald. And so perhaps it's something to start looking at. UNRC, Eurasian National Resources, is broken down from a head and shoulders here, and it's got a lower target, looking at about probably about £1 in this one to take it down to previous lows. And so this could be a potential opportunity for anybody that's trading in London. Thanks, guys. Good luck today.
Thanks, Shane.
Brody.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Brody. Doing this,
Yeah, is the Argentinians